Thanks for watching our high school football talk. I'm Fox 23 Sports Director Nathan Thompson, along with the Tulsa World's Barry Lewis. Week 8 of the season, hard to believe, and this is fall break, so most of the games are on Thursday night. Most of our coverage is on Thursday night. Hard to believe it. We're already here at fall break.
Yes, and it's crunch time as only 3 weeks left in the regular season. There are a lot of important games as far as district races this week, so it's going to be a fun week.
So let's go over your column from Tuesday's edition of the Tulsa World, the top games in the area coming up this week in week 8 of the season. We start in Class 4A, District 3, Bristow at Wagoner. Should be a great one. Bristow undefeated on the season. Wagoner surprisingly coming off a big upset loss to Oologah.
Yes, we haven't seen Wagoner have to come off a loss since the middle of the 2014 season. So how will the Bulldogs respond? How will Bristow respond to being in this role where it comes into the game as a slight favorite over Wagoner? Bristow is the district leader, not Wagoner. It's a new position for Bristow, so it should be a whale of a game.
At number 2, this is the game that you're going to be at, and it's in District 2A3, Sperry at Victory Christian, a matchup of the number 5 and number 6 teams in the class.
Yes, and 2 great quarterbacks, so there should be a lot of points. Bo Teal for Sperry just threw his 100th touchdown pass of his career last week, and Garrett Williams for Victory Christian. These 2 teams played a great game that was decided on a last-second pass last year that Victory won, although Sperry still feels it won the game. So it should be a tremendous game, and it's very important in the 2A3 race.
So that's the game you're going to be at, and the game, our top game, our Fox 23 game of the week, is your number 3 game, Muskogee at Booker T, and this is in 6A2, 6A2-2, which is always fun to say. Muskogee at Booker T. This is a matchup where it looks like Bixby is in great shape to win the district title, although Muskogee could still have some say in that. But for sure, this is a spot for second place in the district, which would mean a home playoff game.
Yes, and I think Booker T's defense will be the difference in the end, just as it was last week against Sapulpa. But Muskogee plays a lot of close games, win or lose, and I think this game will be one of those. I'm going to project a 2013 type of game that's not decided until the very end, so it should be a fun game at Booker T.
And number 4 on your top 5 list, 2A5, Vian at Hall & Hall, a couple of teams who are tied for first place in the district.
And the only other time they've met previously was in the 2016 playoffs when Vian was leading at Vian by 20 points early in the 4th quarter, and then Hall & Hall stormed back with 3 touchdowns, including the winner with 42 seconds left, stunned Vian 27-26. A lot of the principals in that game are still around, so both sides remember that game. So besides the district lead, there's the memories of that game, and you put that combination together, it should be a dynamite game.
And number 5, this is the game that I'm going to be at in District 6A22. Again, Bixby, who we just talked about being in first place in district, taking on Sand Springs. This game is going to be on TV, all of the TV play-by-play calls, so you can watch it on Your View, which is Cox Cable Channel 3, where they also have it live streaming. This is the game that on paper looks like the Spartans should win this one fairly easily, but it reminds you of an upset we had last week, right?
Yes, the Wagoner-Oologah game, I thought there's a lot of similarities to that game. I'm not going to say history is going to repeat this week, but I think looking at it after what happened with Oologah's upset over Wagoner last week, which is the biggest upset in a couple of years that I've seen here in the regular season. When I think about that game, I think, yeah, it's a lot more. I could see it's a lot more feasible that Sand Springs comes up with a victory over Bixby this week because there's a lot of similarities between this season for Sand Springs and the season Oologah was having. And Bixby and Sand Springs have a lot of history. They've played some big games in the past few years. And so I think this is going to be a lot closer than it looks on paper.
I hope so, because that's the game I'll be at. That's the game I'll be calling on TV. So that's Bixby at Sand Springs. Okay, don't forget to pick up a Tulsa World on Thursday night this week. As I said, it's fall break, so to get a preview of most of the action, that's going to be Thursday's paper. And then Friday they'll have all of the recaps and photos and game stories from Thursday night's action. Plus, we get to look forward to a few big games on Friday night, so pick up a paper Saturday for all the coverage of that. And you can always go to okprepsextra.com, as you can see there, Tulsa World's great high school website. As far as Fox 23, our game of the week is going to be at Booker T. That's at Muskogee at the Hornets. We will be live there. Fox 23's Heather Geller at 6:20. And then we have NFL football that night on Fox 23. So our high school highlight coverage show will be after NFL football. But we will obviously have a report from that game after football. And I will be at the game in Sand Springs, Bixby at Sand Springs, so I'll be there for that coverage. And go to our high school football website. That's fox23.com. Just click on the high school football tab, and we'll have each highlight individually cut. So if you just want to watch Bixby or you just want to watch Booker T, you can just watch them and not have to sit through the rest of the highlights. So make sure you check that out. Thanks for watching.